Hello, you're most welcome again. Well, today we are on the 8th of May. I'm just getting things ready, and we'll deal with Unit 6B. I'll always love you. I'll always love you. Do you remember the Bodyguard, the song? And I'll always. You remember that? Of course you do, right? It's a promise we make, okay? It's a promise we make very often. And, today we're talking about a love story. And we're going to start. This is on page 48 from my book. Your book, is different. So, right, you've got the story of. We have the pictures, two pictures of a couple. My first question: how old do you think they are in each photo? Please try to answer this question to yourselves or to your friends or family or whatever. So, how old do you think they are in each photo? And what do you think happened between the two photos? So, there's obviously there is a gap, okay? And a gap, it's a piece of time or space in between two things. Okay. Well, we're going to read the article, and it says completed with the time expressions, and we have a few years later, 17 years ago, for 10 years, or a year after. So I'll try to read it. So now my recommendation is that you read it to yourselves and try to do the exercise. Then stop the video and then you continue, because now I'm going to read the text for you, and also I'm going to uncover the answers. Okay, so now please stop the video. I'll never forget you. That's the title. Steve Smith from Devon in the UK met Carmen Ruiz Perez from Spain 17 years ago. 17 years ago, when they were both in their 20s. Carmen was studying English at a language school in Torbay, where Steve lived. They fell in love and decided to get married. But a year after, the engagement means compromiso, the engagement, prometerse. Carmen moved to France to work, and the long distance relationship first cooled, se va a refredar, se enfrió, and then ended. Steve tried to get in touch with Carmen again a few years later, but she had changed her address in Paris. So he sent a letter to her mother's address in Spain. In the letter, he asked her if she was married and if she ever thought of him or of coming back to England. He gave her his phone number and asked her to get in touch. But Carmen's mother didn't send the letter to her daughter, and it fell down behind the fireplace, where it stayed for 10 years. Oh my. Wow. Uh, okay. Start story, eh? Broken love story. Well, here the recommendation is we read the article again and answer the questions. What were Carmen and Steve doing in Torbay? Why didn't they get married? And why didn't Steve's letter get to Carmen? Okay, so this you can do, read it, and I'll post the answers to the Aula Virtual and to your email addresses. But now I'm going to play the follow-up of the situation. We're going to listen to part of a news program about Steve and Cameron, and we're going to answer the questions. Again, the answers will be there, but maybe we could listen to it together. 6.9. So some builders were working on the fireplace. They found Steve's letter. So the sister got the letter, and she sent the letter to Carmen, right?
Carmen was now
Oh.
I didn't call Steve immediately because I was so nervous. I kept picking up the phone and putting it down again. I nearly didn't phone him at all, but I knew that I had to make the call. Carmen finally made the call, and Steve answered the phone. He was also 42, and he was also single. I couldn't believe it when she phoned.
Oh.
I just knew the house, but luckily I had my own phone number. Steve and Carmen arranged to meet in Paris.
Wow.
When we met, it was like a film.
Okay.
We ran
Great.
across the airport and we saw each other's arms.
Oh, mine.
Within 30 seconds of seeing each other, we fell in love right away. Last night, the couple got married 17 years after they first met. I never got married in all those years, but now I have married the man I've always loved.
Okay. Well, you have to answer these questions, so you'll get the answers in the on Aula Virtual later on. Why did you think Carmen's mother didn't send the letter? So you can answer these questions to yourself. I'm going to give you my opinion. I think that Carmen's mother thought that Steve maybe wasn't a good influence to her, or that he could be a harder. Harder means una valla, or he could impede the development of Carmen's professional life. Uh, and do you think, next question here, do you think I'll never forget you? So promise people usually keep a break. I think this is my opinion. People break this promise very often because we tend to forget when we find a better place or a different place. And to be honest, I many times forget my students after some years. So, what do you think? Huh? What do you think about it? All right. Well, that's one thing. And then we have the grammar. This grammar is very similar, so no complication at all. Just a shall thing. So we have will, won't, and shall. Look at these sentences. I'll tidy my room now. What is it? What is it? ¿Qué uso tiene? What is it? This is like a promise, isn't it? Okay. Or I won't have any more. Yes. So you can match actually these sentences and the meanings. All right. So for example, I'll tidy my room now. It's a promise. I get this promise from my children very very often, and they don't talk. They make the promise, but they don't accomplish it. I won't have any more. Well, that could be it could be any of them. Huh? I won't have any more like offering to do something. Well, that doesn't quite isn't quite clear, to be honest. Shall I drive? Shall I drive? As a question. Conduzco. What is it? It's an offer. It's an offer. Shall I drive? Letter B. It's I don't agree. This won't hurt. What is it? What is this won't hurt? Actually, this is a promise. Actually, so I don't like these letters. They don't correspond. And let's go here. Because it is to do with the speech bubbles, whatever. Yeah. Which are there? Whatever. And yeah, whatever. Good. I'll have what she's having. I'll have what she's having. Okay. Haré algo. It's like a decision. And I'll come back tomorrow and finish it. It could be a decision, or like I won't have any more, or a promise. Actually, I think I'll go to the grammar explanation, and you'll see things more clearly. But now I have to stop the video.